You keep hearing three letters, MCP, attached to every AI tool now. Here's the problem it quietly solved. Picture it. You've got a handful of AI apps, Claude, ChatGPT, Cursor, and 100 tools you want them to reach. Your files, your database, GitHub, Slack, the web. Before, every app had to build a custom connector for every tool. 10 apps, 100 tools, that's 1,000 one-off integrations that all break separately, a tangle nobody could maintain. So a standard showed up and asked one question. What if every tool spoke one language and every app knew how to listen? That standard is MCP, and today I'm going to actually explain it, using the one running right here in front of you. MCP, the Model Context Protocol, is one common plug between AI apps and the outside world. The analogy that actually holds, it's a USB-C port for AI. Before USB-C, every device had its own weird cable. After, one port, any device. MCP is that for agents. Though it's better than USB-C in one way that matters, a real port is dumb, fixed function. An MCP plug is smart. A server can tell the app exactly what it can do and even gain new powers on the fly. Build your tool as an MCP server once, and every MCP-speaking app can use it. Anthropic created it and open-sourced it. But here's the part that matters. At the end of last year, they gave it away, handed MCP to the Linux Foundation, with OpenAI and Block signing on as co-founders. It stopped being one company's idea and became the industry's standard. That's why it's suddenly everywhere. And I don't have to describe it. I can just show you because this exact session is running it. One command, Claude MCP list, and here are the MCP servers wired into the assistant I'm using to make this video, live. There's Context 7, connected over the web. There's one running as a little local program. Each one is a tool the AI can now reach. And here's the honest, slightly wild part. To research this very video, to get the real spec, not my memory of it, the assistant reached out through one of these servers, Context 7, and pulled the official docs. So you're not watching a diagram of MCP, you're watching MCP explain itself. Now let's open one of those connections up and see what's actually inside. Every MCP connection has the same three parts, and the names are worth getting straight because everyone muddles them. The host is the app you're actually using. Claude Code, ChatGPT, Cursor. Inside the host sits a client, a little connector, one for each thing you plug in. And on the other end is the server, a small program that wraps one capability, your files, a database, an API. The host holds the conversation, the client speaks the protocol, the server does the work. One host can hold many clients, reaching many servers at once. That's the whole shape. The interesting question is, what can a server actually offer? Now, you'd assume the AI is driving all of this. It just decides everything the server does, right? Wrong. And this is the exact part most explanations skip. A server offers three kinds of things, and each one is controlled by someone different. First, tools, actions the server can perform. Search the web, run a query, send a message. Tools are the ones the AI drives. The model itself decides when to call them. Second, resources, data the server can hand over. A file, a record, a document. Those aren't the model's call. The app decides what to pull in. And third, prompts, ready-made templates, usually a / command. Those are yours. You pick them. So, tools for the model, resources for the app, prompts for you. 3 building blocks, 3 different drivers. But knowing what a server offers is only half of it. The real question is how an app and a server ever agree on a language in the first place. Watch what actually happens the instant they meet. And I can show you this for real because it happened right here. When an app meets a server, the very first thing they do is agree on 2 things: which version of the protocol they'll speak and what each side can do. Then the server hands over its whole menu, its tools, its resources, its prompts. When this session connected to the Context 7 server, that menu came back with exactly 2 tools. One to find a library, one to fetch its docs. That's it. The server announced itself, and now the agent knows its powers. And for the builders, it's all plain structured messages, and the newest spec is even streamlining this opening handshake away towards stateless connections. The mechanism keeps moving, but the idea stays. Announce, then use. That's the whole dance. And that server you just watched connect? It runs one of 2 ways, and you've already seen both. First, stdio. The host launches the server as a little program right on your machine and talks to it directly. Local, private, zero network. Or streamable HTTP. The server lives at a web address like any API, and any app connects over the internet, even streaming results back as they come. Same protocol either way, which is exactly why, in barely a year, this went from one company's idea to something the entire industry runs on. And the numbers are genuinely hard to believe. Back to that tangle from the start. MCP turns every app times every tool into every app plus every tool. Build one server and every agent can use it. Build one client and it reaches every server. That's the whole magic. It collapses 1,000 custom integrations into one standard. And the numbers show people felt it. From about 100,000 downloads at launch to hundreds of millions a month now, a 1,000-fold explosion in under 2 years, with thousands of public servers already running. Anthropic, OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, they all adopted it within months. That basically never happens. The whole industry looked at the same mess and agreed on the same plug. And if you've watched our last video, you've already seen this in action. Remember GBrain, the memory layer for your agent? It wired into a coding agent with one command, because GBrain is an MCP server. And that's the pattern for everything. Your database, your docs, your browser, your company's internal tools. Each one becomes an MCP server, and your coding agent reaches them all through the same plug. That's the quiet superpower. MCP is the one plug the whole agent stack runs through. Learn this single protocol, and every one of those integrations stops being a custom project and becomes a one-liner. 2 honest things, because I'm not selling you anything. First, MCP is plumbing. It's how tools connect, not intelligence. It doesn't make your agent smarter, it makes it reach further. Second, and more important, every server you connect is a server you're trusting. You're handing it the ability to act. A shady MCP server is a real risk, so treat them like any dependency. Know what you're plugging in. And it's young. The spec had its biggest revision just this July, which means the version you learn today is only going to grow new powers fast. You're not late to this. You're early. Eyes open, but early. So that's MCP, actually explained. One open standard, now run by the whole industry, that lets any AI app talk to any tool through one plug, with tools for the model, resources for the app, and prompts for you. It's the quiet layer the entire agent era is being built on. And as you just watched, you've been using it this whole time. Once you see the plug, you can't unsee it. Subscribe and tinker along.